Welcome to Great Talk and Entertainment. I am your host, KJ, and this is the podcast where I do reviews for movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Now let's go, baby. Hello and welcome back to the podcast, and this is my non-spoiler review for the new Godzilla Kong, the New Empire non-spoiler review. If you're wondering if you should see it, you should wait to the streaming service, and you just need to hear a review without spoiling anything. This is the place, Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Your boy KJ has got you. I got you. So you don't need to pause this, but if you could pause this for one tiny second, hit thumbs up, share this. There are people who are interested in hearing reviews for Marvel, DC Comics, Star Wars, nerdy stuff, you name it. I do it right here on Great Talk and Entertainment official channel. Now, this is my non-spoiler review, so after you're done sharing, listen to it, and I hope that I can convince you or motivate you to go out and check this movie, because I'll tell you now, it'll be worth it. So, let's get into it. Godzilla Kong, the New Empire film is an action-packed roller coaster of fun to enjoy, watching the two titans team up to fight another titan named Scar King, who wants to rule all human race. The plot in this film, I felt it was really balanced out from the last film between the actors and actresses, the humans in this film, and Godzilla and King Kong. I like the fact that they focus on Kong and Godzilla a lot more and their purpose in life, which is very simple in my opinion. And this is a film that you don't need to overthink it. It's not a film that you need to think about. It's just something you just need to naturally just be in disbelief and go with it. Like, it's two giant alpha males, as usual, doing what they do best, basically. And since the story is very simple, in my opinion, this makes the plot of the story even much better. The CGI and the VFX effect is really awesome. I felt like this was on a new level of technology, and just the graphic design to it, of how all these titans look, especially Godzilla, especially King Kong. Like, it was just neat to see their abilities, see their emotions and their facial expressions. It just felt like you can truly understand what these two animals, or titans, I should say, are saying without them actually talking, using human voice, But this, to me, was just really good. And, like, another thing I truly like, the Hollow Earth scenery and background, it was just beautiful. Like, the colors, the water in there, the way the sky looked, like, it was just straight awesome looking. Like, I wish I had that as my screensaver on all my devices. Like, it was just awesome. Kudos to them for doing that. Like, that they put in the work for real, and I just enjoyed it. And, like, even like the colors that Godzilla had showing off his amazing power, watching King Kong move and fight was so cool and so simple. It made sense. Like, this is what you would imagine and how animals would somewhat fight. Not in real life, obviously, but an idea of it. And it just felt so natural and perfect watching this. And again, you will be rooting either for Godzilla or Kong. And maybe the main villain. I don't know. Dare to be different, right? But it was just so cool to see that in theaters. And I thought this film really did well introducing new characters to the MonsterVerse, and it gives you an idea there are more Titans out there. There are bigger and stronger and badder and meaner. Or sometimes there's other heroes, the good Titans, the good guys, right? Like, they're out there. This gives it a chance to go out and make another film, whether it's a solo film or another team up film between the two. But there's so much potential, and the way this film ends, I think you guys would definitely be satisfied, and it would definitely have you wanting for more. Like me, I'm just hoping for another one, like a third. It'd be the third film, because if you just don't count like Godzilla and King Kong Skull Island, because those are real solo films. But if you just go Godzilla versus King Kong to Empire, there should be a third film for this. Like, I think it'd be worth it. So it was good. So here's some topics I just want to bring up. And no, again, this is non-spoilers. So I promise I won't spoil anything. But let's talk about King Kong and Godzilla. I'll tell you this, I like the comedy in this and the team up. When I first saw the trailer to this, I thought, oh man, they're gonna do too much of a good cop buddy cop type thing, and I wasn't like, oh no, don't do that to them. Like, let like, don't kill their mystique, don't kill the aura of who these are as individual characters, and they did really well with the comedy and the team up. Like, they put it where it was like makes sense and it was appropriate, and then it always reminds you about how these two really feel about each other, and they let you know that Godzilla always stands on business. But it's one of those, and I like how they added more layers. Like, the number one thing, a challenging thing to make a Godzilla film or even a King Kong film is the more you do it and the more you add sequels and part 1, part 2, part 3, just shoot for a trilogy basically is what I'm trying to say. The challenge is, how do you add more layers to these characters and somewhat do the exact same story without people realizing it and not making it boring? And I honestly thought they did well with that. I thought, man, everything what King Kong does or Godzilla does, it just makes sense, and it's believable. Like if you're a big fan of Godzilla, you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I can see Godzilla doing that. Like, why wouldn't he not do that? Same thing with King Kong. It just makes sense. Now, the next discussion is King Scar. What I like about him, this orangutan monkey, is that it kind of reminded me of Planet of the Apes. And also it reminded me of The Lion King with Scar. And obviously King Scar, I get it, but he was such a badass. Like, he wasn't afraid of nobody. He was so confident. He was cocky. Like, he had an ego. Like he knew he was the boss. He knew he was king. Like, he knew in his heart that he could whoop both of them. He knew that he had like A, B, C, D, F, G. Like, he had the ace in his hand. Like, this monkey was on some evil stuff, but he didn't play around. And there's times where I was like, man, like, is this it? Is this how it's gonna be? Like, I didn't know, but it had me on the edge of my seat. Like, this character here was a great villain, and we need more villains like this in the monster universe of Godzilla and King Kong, right? Like, it's just gotta be more. It's gotta be more, bigger and badder, and that's the goal. And I think they're achieving it with this. So definitely, I would say this is a film you should definitely go see. So let me just break it down. The plot of the story is very well balanced. You're going to like it and you're going to be into the story, especially when you start seeing like the quote unquote the humans, the people, right? Who are involved in this film. They add more layers to them where you get to know them. They give them a little bit more of that personality reboot in the sense of it, where okay, now they're moving on and they found certain closures in their life where they're more confident. Now they have a goal. Now you see this team up. Now they have a better positive purpose in life to continue, dealing with Godzilla, King Kong, and other titans. Like they did really well with that. So the plot of the story of this keeps your entrance. So now you're definitely like paying attention, like hyper focused, just paying attention. And you start imagining yourself, what would you do in their situation and whose side you would be on. And you can like both of them, or you can just, one of them can be your favorite. For me, Godzilla is my favorite, but I do like King Kong, so I would say both of them are my favorite. But that's just me. But it's okay to like one and the other. And so that's why this part of the story, I would say, is the main key to the success of this movie, to me personally. After you go see it, I think you'll be a fan of it. The second thing is the whole digital effect, the CGI, the VFX, the sympathy, the music background, basically. It all worked out so well. Like this, like seeing like your 8K, the 3D, seeing whatever edition, like it's worth it. Like, because that stuff made you feel like you're on a wild trip, a wild ride. And when you're gonna make a movie about Godzilla and King Kong, you definitely need that. And the third one is a lot of action. They did not slow down on the action. They made sure that you were going to see giant titans, your fight. They were going to make sure you're going to see Godzilla and King Kong fight, whether they're each other or other titans. They're going to make sure you see all action packed. And they knocked it out. They hit a home run with this. Like, knocked it out of the park. Like, this is a great film of 2024 so far. Like, and we ain't made it to summer yet. So, as of right now, this is the number one movie right now so far of 2024. Like, you guys got to go see this. So, if I had to give this a movie a 10 out of 10, I'm definitely giving it a big old 10. This was their better Godzilla film, their better King Kong film. To me, this one is better than Godzilla versus King Kong. To me, I think this is better than that. This one topped it completely. But that's just my opinion. So, thank you guys so much for checking out my review. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment Official channel. Subscribe. Hit that notification button so you can always be up to date with all my latest content. Thank you guys, and peace out.